We've all heard about these mythical breakups where both people agree to split up. When there are still feelings in the mix, it's not always easy to make a decision that isn't easy to make. There are a lot of things that can happen when your relationship isn't going well, like you're making a big decision that could have a big impact on your day-to-day life, so the stakes are high. Lots of things can go wrong with a relationship. Many of them have nothing to do with how strong your feelings are or how much you love each other. This is why breakups can be so heartbreaking. You can care a lot about someone and you can care a lot about each other, but the dynamic and relationship isn't right. Some of these may help you decide when to break up with someone you still love. Is it time to break up with someone you love? 1. You have two different values. It can be good or bad for a relationship if you both have the same values or not. When you live with someone, you should be on the same page about things like family, religion, drugs, politics, and more, so you can get along. Otherwise, you might have a lot of problems to deal with. So on the other hand, maybe you're the one who gives up your values and makes all kinds of sacrifices to keep the relationship going. Maybe you agreed to go on more trips or get married earlier. These kinds of big compromises can make people angry and bitter in the long run, so be careful if you make too many. Couples should also be on the same page when it comes to things like moving in together, getting married, and having kids. To avoid finding out too late that your partner doesn't share your life goals, you should talk about these things early. 2. They lie. A lot of people aren't happy about this. Whether it was a peck or the whole 9 yards, someone who cheats hurts you. Can you learn to forgive someone who did something bad? Is there someone out there who thinks they can? But many people can't move on because they're still haunted by the pain and can't move on. A relationship that isn't making you happy might not be worth it if you can't stop thinking about how your partner has hurt you. If you and your partner can't move forward and put the past behind you, the chances of having a good relationship are very low. You need to figure out if your relationship can handle this. 3. You don't need anything to make your relationship works. You don't do anything to make the relationship work for you. In order for a relationship to last, you have to put in the time and work. In some cases, it can just be an early morning text or a quick kiss in the bathtub. It takes two to keep the fire going. 4. You and your partner are no longer moving forward. You and your partner are no longer moving forward when one person stops working hard and lets things go. In your relationship, don't make excuses for the abuse you've been having. In either case, your partner is not strong enough or secure enough to be able to love you well. An abuser is morbidly afraid. They, maybe even she, don't know how important they are to other people, and they try to get it back by dominating and controlling. This is what Michael J. Formica, Mississippi, M.A., EDM, the author of Understanding the Dynamics of Abusive Relationships, says. Always remember that love isn't about being in charge, it's about being there for someone. Don't mix them up. People who don't respect each other aren't going to stay together. Then don't look back. 5. You are getting farther apart. You're getting farther apart. People change, but the real question is, are you changing with them, as well? There are times when couples break up because they no longer want to do the same things or have the same dreams. In the beginning, maybe your partner was shy, but now he or she is a meat lover who likes to go to music festivals. Then, what if you and your partner used to go outside a lot, but now your partner is a real homebody? Couples should have the same goals in life so that they can keep moving in the same direction. If you aren't growing together, you can either try to get them to get back to the energy you used to see or let them go. 6. Your argument is not going well. Your argument is bad. In a relationship, communication is more important than shared interests, values, or even sex. Communication is the most important thing. When you don't communicate well, your disagreements turn into a shaky battlefield of anger, ego, and misunderstood needs that are hard to stand on. It's like you're in a fight between right and wrong, where both of you are stepping on each other to win. It's bad. Teamwork, respect, and open communication are the best ways to solve problems, even if it sounds like a cliché. Your partner should move on if he or she is more interested in controlling you than listening to you, so do that. It doesn't work for you to be friends with each other. A lot of times, yin and yang are not the same thing. So, just because you and your partner are different doesn't mean it's a good match. Sometimes, dating someone who is different from us can be exciting and fun, but other times, it can be a lot of trouble. There are a lot of different ways to make a partnership that doesn't work out, like pairing someone who is sensitive and vulnerable with someone who is arrogant and impatient. When two people have different personalities, they may not get along well at first. This can lead to problems in the long run. 9. There is no more fire in your relationship. There is no more fire. There's no spark, isn't there? You can't quite put your finger on what it is, but you always know if it's there or not. It's possible that we won't be attracted to our partner down the road. It could be physical, spiritual, or something else that we can't figure out why we can't figure it out. Once that magic or positive energy is gone, it's very hard to get it back. If you're in a long-term relationship, there should still be something that makes you feel happy. The trust has been broken. People who trust each other grow. It gives both partners the belief that they will always be there for each other, no matter what. It's up to you to decide if your partner did something that hurt your trust, like telling a little white lie, or if it was something that you can't forget. It doesn't matter how much you love this person. The pain of having a relationship without trust may be worse than moving on together. You need to figure out if you can rebuild your trust. If not, you should leave. 10. You have a sense of what is right. You have a sense of what is right. It doesn't make sense, but should it? There are times when things aren't right and we can't see how we'll be together in the future. Some people get weird vibes or hints that they're not the right person for them. They might not be excited about having them around their family or getting married to them. In the body, these bad feelings are a way to protect us from future harm. So, pay attention to your body and follow your instincts. Hard to break up with someone you love. Then again, it might even feel like you're making a mistake. But trust your own judgment and think about the reasons above. If you can relate to some of these reasons, or if they remind you of where you are in your relationship, it might be time to think about leaving. Please share the video with your friends.